Good morning, y'all. No, it's been a while since I posted a video. We haven't really needed to since we've been kind of repeating the same cycle, just looking for new information. The reason why I'm posting today is because we're going to make a huge change with what we're going to do. We are not going to write a full research paper. I repeat again, we're not going to write the full research paper, but you still have to cite your work cited, which is one of the most important parts in writing a research paper. The work citations that we've been using have come from this site, and I know some of you have been reluctant to use it. You're still going to have to get your citations put into the right format, because you'll see here in a minute that it's important to have it in the right format so that it makes sense on your works cited page. Again, this is bibme.org/MLA. The screen starts out just like this. I know this is the part that's confusing for you because it doesn't go straight to what you need, and you actually have to, pan down, read, and find it. Most of you have been using, as you go down into the examples for this, you've been using the examples down here, common examples. Some have been using the citations for books because you read the book for the individual that you were researching. Some of you only read chapters. That's fine. You used that same citation. And then a lot of you have used this one, citations for websites. Okay. It follows this exact format. You'll see what that looks like here in just 1 minute on someone else's works cited example. And then citations for online journal articles. Okay, this is another one that a lot of people have had to use, okay, or been using. They're right in line with each other. You can use them. They're pretty simple to follow once you get the hang of it. Now, as far as the change is concerned, I have posted number 2 back as number 8. It says number 2 research project, the works cited page. I've reposted at the top of your stream. It's also at the top of classwork for you, so that you can see the change. Okay. I haven't added really a new assignment. It's just something that's due at the end of this week. If you've done your works cited examples as you've gone, this should be pretty simple to fall in line and to make the changes you need to. I do not want to just see hyperlinks posted. They have to be the actual works cited example. Some of you have a lot of changes to make. Some of you have very few changes to make because you've done them as we've gone. I will get your 7th one graded here this week so that you can use it. Other than that, let's get into what we need to do. Okay. Looking at what the changes, again, everything in this video is covered as an example. I know if you can't see the video, you don't know that, but points covered in the video. Huge change of plans. Students will only be creating a works cited page. You do not have to write a full research paper. Okay, you're just creating this works cited page. First thing, okay, and I have 2 examples that I'll post later on for you. Create the title works cited at the top of your page. So literally at the top of your page. Okay, and again, I have 2 examples for you. Let's get this thing moving here. Okay, centered in the top of your page, bold and underline. You're just simply going to create the title. It's not super hard. Works cited. Boom. That's it. Nice and simple, right? If you forget to bold it, it's not a big deal. It doesn't look really all that different, but works cited. Okay. Now, this example has everything set up correctly as far as the format is concerned. The only thing that I would probably add is a period here. And then everything needs to be left aligned. Okay. Everything on your paper needs to be left aligned. So the easiest way to do that is, first off, eliminate all these extra lines that we don't need. You just need one separation in between each one. But in order to do that, you just highlight everything. Okay. Make sure it's all in Times New Roman, 12-point font. Okay. And then I'll hit left align. All right. Now I'm going to undo that and I'll show you again exactly what I did. Okay. I'm going to highlight it all. Select Times New Roman, 12-point font, left align. Okay. Now everything's on the left side of your page like it should be. Now, one tricky thing to this is that the second, everything past the first line has to be indented over one space. Why? Because that's what they ask us to do. Okay, so it's reading this all as one line. Might have trouble indenting. Bam. Okay, I might have to go to this end line and hit enter and then tab it over. Okay, because it doesn't have a ton of spacing here. And that's how your works cited page should look. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now, where do I get these works cited from? I'm just going to go and grab a random one out of an assignment. Not completely random, because I know who has done a good job of citing and who has not. I know that Ms. Beffa, I can go right into here, open up a works cited. Again, the citations are what we have done at the bottom of our evidence. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here, grab this citation, grab the citation, copy it, flip back on over to my citation page. There it is, a works cited page, and I'm going to then paste it. Now, it's in a different font, so what do I have to do? I have to highlight it, Times New Roman, 12-point font. Maybe it's even in a different shade. I think that it is. That's the highlight color. Boom. Let's go to black, just like the rest of it. Okay. I want to tab this line over. Boom. Now, I'm not completely done here yet, because everything has to be in alphabetical order. Okay. That's the next part of this. Once I have everything in, close this out. I don't need this anymore. Once I have my citations copied over, I've left align 12-point font, Times New Roman. Citations have to be indented as shown on the example, which I now have. Okay. But then the citations have to be in alphabetical order, starting with the first letter of the citation. Okay. So in this case, all right, first letter of the citation is literally just the first letter, right? Some of you will have ones with multiple G's or multiple I's or multiple F's or whatever. We'll look at that here in just one minute. Now, I'm just going to highlight the full citation, and I'm going to move it around until I have them in alphabetical order. Okay, they have to be in alphabetical order. For some of you, it won't take hardly any time whatsoever. Okay, because you only have a few citations. Perfectly fine. Okay, now I am going to post this example for you so that you can see it. All right. Remember, I just copied and pasted these over into my works cited page. The only thing that should be centered is this top line. Everything else is left aligned. Okay. All right. So let's look at another example. Again, first thing that I'm going to do is set my page up properly with the title, because that's what it tells me to do, right? Right here in the directions, create the works cited at the top of your page. Literally the term works cited, so that we know what we're looking at. Times New Roman. Make sure it's Times New Roman. Boom. Times New Roman 12. Bold. Underline. Works cited. Okay, it's literally the other works that I'm citing in my or that I would have been citing in my paper. Okay, I'm going to take everything. I've copied and pasted everything over already. Okay, so you don't have to sit there and watch me flip back and forth. I've copied and pasted everything over already. I'm going to highlight all of these. I'm going to highlight all of these. Okay, I'm going to turn them all into Times New Roman. All right, 12-point font. Then I'm going to left align them. All right. So I'm going to Control Z, let you see that again to see exactly what I did. Right? All these different fonts. I'm going to highlight all of it again because I'm still doing the same step. Times New Roman, 12-point font, left align. Okay. Now, for the most part, these are in pretty good shape. Now, these are not tabbing over very. Oh, this one tabbed over just fine. This one needs a tab over. Oh, okay. So it's saying that there's a space there. Let's see if this one will tab over. It will not. So I have to come over to the end line, hit enter. Now I have a new line completely. Okay. I'm certain this will be the same way. I could be wrong. Go to the end line, tab over. Everything past the first line of this needs to be indented. Now, I do recommend that if you don't have the whole thing in a hyperlink, make sure to do that. Okay, that way it all matches. Enter, tab over. Okay, this one needs to actually come back up one. Boom. Now, we're not done yet, right? We have everything in the right format. Everything's in the correct format now. Okay. The next part that it says to do is they're all indented as shown on the examples. The citations have to be alphabetical order, starting with the first letter of the citation. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put them in alphabetical order. A, and then there's a B right here. So I'm going to move, just highlight it, move that up. D, is there anything before D? Nope. Lappin comes after H. L comes after H, just in case you didn't know. I would call out someone's name, but, don't want to embarrass you. There's a few of you I know struggle with the alphabet. Just kidding. All right. And then it looks like everything else is in alphabetical order. And that's it. If you've done all of your citations correctly, which these two people have for the most part, that comma's in the wrong spot. I can fix that. So there's a few little tweaks that need to be made from these that I've grabbed, like some commas are in the wrong space. Commas go inside of quotation marks, not outside of quotation marks. Okay. For the most part, though, these two are in pretty good shape. They do need to make the changes, which I'll handle that. Make notes for them to make changes, and they'll go in and make those changes. But for the most part, this works cited page is ready to go. Okay, you can go in and look at these examples. I will post them for you so that you can see them and use them as a guide. Obviously, you won't be able to copy them directly from them because you have different citations. Okay, you'll have different citations. So make sure that you're doing the right things. You're using your citations. Yes, I will go in and check to make sure you have them. Okay, you have all of your citations copied over. If you have questions, again, reach out to me on Google email, Google Hangouts. This really is going to be one of our last major assignments. After this, I'm going to give you time to read your book and to complete your book a quarter. And then I'm going to give you just a couple writing assignments as we go. It won't be very challenging. It's supposed to be fun. I'll make sure that they're a little bit more free-flowing, okay? Again, if you have questions, reach out to me. Hey, have a good week. Make good choices. Be good people. If not, fake it.